Good afternoon, good evening, good morning and good night. Did I nail your intro there,
Yeah,
Josh?
you did. Well done.
Absolutely.
Well done.
Wherever you may be listening to or watching, this is That Peacocks podcast with myself, Jake.
Josh.
Dan.
And we're joined in the Peacock Suite today by Eat the Bird owner, popular Taunton, Exeter and soon-to-be Cardiff restaurant, Dan Aldridge. How you doing, Dan?
Yeah, good. Thanks for having me. Yeah,
That's
it's
all
really
right.
good to be along. Yeah. Looking forward to the game today, and yeah, it's a good one. A bit windy and a bit sunny, so be interesting.
It does
Perfect
almost
conditions.
favour the team because the wind is coming sort of east direction, so it's favouring the team who is sort of left of the Somerset County Sports stand, going t'other way. If you see what I mean.
Yeah, it's a tactical game.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Toss of the coin, see which side you're going on, and then
Hope for the
play
best.
into the wind. They say
play into the wind.
that's it.
Play defensive. Go at it second half.
Sorted.
There we go.
There you go. That's good.
Rob Dre, are you listening?
Get me in the dugout.
Yeah, absolutely. Dan, obviously we've spoken about Eat the Bird on the podcast quite a lot because all I do...
Good things, right?
All good things,
Yeah,
all
excellent.
good things. Because either I'm here or I'm working at
Yeah.
Eat the Bird. So I don't really have a lot else to talk about. So it's...
I mean, what else is there to
Some
talk
sort of-
about? Let's be honest.
I mean, that is true.
Yeah.
That is a good point.
Yeah.
One thing there is to talk about. What do you get at a service station? We ask this to all of our guests. It's sort of our podcasty question, how we tend to start things.
Yeah.
So you're on a road trip somewhere. You've stopped off to have a wee.
Yeah.
What are you getting from the
So
shops?
besides going to the toilet,
Besides going to the
Yeah.
toilet, yeah.
so maybe it might be one of those pillows that you put around your neck. They always seem to be the first thing you see through the door.
Oh,
That's a big
Yeah.
shout.
Pillow, that's
yeah,
good.
Yeah.
I like that.
Toilet before or after, like as you leave or as you
Right,
as
so
you enter?
yeah, this you got to factor in like something else into this, haven't you? Because like toilet is the natural choice. Like no one actually goes for a drive, and you sort of say, should we stop for something to eat? It's normally first choice is toilet, and then it's like afterwards there's something to eat.
Yeah.
But I pose a question to you, okay? Would you purposefully drive past the services if the selection of food was not up to your usual tastes?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
let's say you're a Burger King fan, you saw the next one was a McDonald's, so you drove past.
Jake.
Yeah, absolutely.
This is an interesting because obviously recently we did our trip to Merthyr and we chose Gordano or Gordano, however you want to pronounce it. We chose that as our chosen stop on the way back. Was there a reason behind that? I'm not sure whether there was.
I
Good
think
selection.
it's because it was the first one that you saw and took note of.
You can
Right,
say
that
you
way.
can say it's got a KFC. Like it's
Did
fine.
have a KFC?
Okay.
It did have a KFC.
It did.
We didn't go to KFC though, did we?
No.
We went to
Burger
it was Burger King. It was the only one.
Yeah. Do you still get loyalty there?
So I do in some. So I go back to the Burger King I used to work at every now and again, and if there's one member of staff, like he's like the surviving member of staff from when I was there, then I tend to get more than what I pay for, which is
Yeah.
That's good.
Which is the same in Rebs in Bristol. Really weirdly,
All right.
I worked there for 2 months when I lived in Bristol, and there's one guy who still works there, and if he's on, we sat down and every 20 minutes he just turns up with a rack of shots that
Amazing.
no one's paid for, and he's
See-
like, there we go, lads.
It's the thing of not what you know, it's who you know.
Absolutely.
In that kind of instance. So I think if there was a selection of fast food things that I wasn't interested in, I'd probably skip the services, just because
So you get those signs that say like services 1 mile.
Yeah.
And then the next services is
So it's like-
30 miles.
Yeah.
You're absolutely bursting.
Ooh,
The
no.
next services says, I don't know, McDonald's and
Yeah.
Greggs.
Yeah.
The services after Burger King and KFC, and you're like, I really need to go to the toilet. Would you drive on
I wouldn't
at
be
risk
opposed.
of wetting yourself?
I wouldn't be opposed to stopping, having a wee, and then going
Going-
up to the
you're
next
stopping
station.
twice?
Right.
Oh,
You need to allow the time though.
Tactics.
I can't sit
This
still.
is why
very
you're always
long,
late.
can I? I'm always an hour early. I get the train.
He stopped at every station.
I can't sit still for very long, and I'm always fiddling. So
Right.
car journeys, more stops the better. I can get out, have a little run, and walk around, and then get back in the car. So
This does go back. Was it the Merthyr trip? We were going to Merthyr and we stopped not even 2 minutes outside of your house, Jake, to go to. Was it a services?
It wasn't a service. It was a petrol station that had a big Budgeons.
Yeah.
And a Subway.
Yes,
so
and then
we did stop 2 minutes to get food.
Oh, so you're not talking about, because you live in Bridgewater,
Yeah.
right? So you're not talking about Bridgewater services, no?
No, we didn't
No.
even make it that far.
No way.
I didn't even make it that far.
Literally, like, not outside of Bridgewater.
Because like Bridgewater service is a bit like a beta version of a service station, isn't it?
Yeah.
Really, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it's got a hotel and it looks all very
there's nothing
like
there.
Right.
60s
Looks
corporate
fancy.
sort of
Yeah,
thing.
exactly.
So we left Castle of Crump,
Yeah.
and then about 40 minutes later, we actually left Bridgewater.
Sounds
So,
about right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not. It doesn't sound like, it's not surprising.
But in a similar vein to you, Jake, like I cannot sit still. Like if I need a wee, we are stopping at the next services. So I think I would follow in Jake's footsteps of go to the toilet at the service that is a mile away, and then if it's not something that I'd like, I would drive then 30 miles to the next service station of food that I do like.
Yeah.
I'd probably get a double cheeseburger.
Of course you would.
Just to time me over for that next 30
To
miles.
time you over.
Yeah.
All right. Favourite services, Jake?
Favourite services. My favourite services is Streatham. Is it Streatham Services? No.
London.
No.
No.
I can't remember what it's called now.
Location?
Nightmare. It's
Sedgemoor,
it's on the way up to. So when I used to work and volunteer with Epicland, all their events were held in Kettering. It was about halfway up. I can't remember what it's called for the life of me. And I just like it there because it was always good going up to Epicland, and we'd always stop there, have a Mackey's, and then carry on.
Yeah.
So that's my favourite services.
Nostalgia.
The correct answer
Yeah.
is T-Bay Services.
Where?
T-Bay.
Where's
Up in the Lake District. It's
been.
stunning.
Is it?
It's like all obviously in the hills and that you've got views around you for days, and it's just like this really cute, a little bit like Gloucester Services,
Right.
Yeah.
but less pretentious.
Okay.
It's more like nice.
Yeah.
And it's great. I lost a credit card there once, and we had to drive. It was a nightmare. I'm surprised my mate didn't kill me. We were away for work, left the credit card at the station at the services. We carried on up to just into Scotland, did a job, came back down to Leeds where we were staying to drop some stuff off, and then went to a job in Liverpool, and then went to get dinner, and we were like, oh, we don't have the card, we don't have the company card, where's that? So we then had to sort of retrace our steps and go all the way back around, and we found it,
Oh, well done.
which was good.
So good that it's worth a special trip.
Absolutely worth a special trip.
From Taunton.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Big shout.
It's beautiful. It's a really lovely place.
We're not
Thoughts on
travelling
your-
to Scotland.
No. That's not quite on the
Or a
route with
service
the
station. That's not our route.
No,
with
it's not the
Somerset
route
or
for
our route of the Southern League.
Southern League football grounds.
So
I'm not doing that to you, talking
You'll go to every ground in the league in 24 hours, but you won't go to T-Bay Services to look at some hills.
Get a load of this
Questioning your
guy.
commitment.
Yeah.
Can't wait for when the FA Trophy draw brings us to
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
districts.
What's your
Crump's going mental.
exactly? What's your go-to service station? Then
It's
done.
Fleet is a good one.
Yeah.
You can't
good shout.
look
Yeah.
too far past
Yeah.
Fleet. Which is for the football sake as well, when you travel up and you've got every other football fan from around the country, and somehow they end up there.
Yeah.
You've got some bloke that's only travelling from Manchester to Leeds, but somehow he's in Fleet.
Well, he's in
service.
Fleet.
But yeah, Fleet's a really good one, good options.
Yeah.
If you haven't got the options you need, just travel over the bridge and you've got those other options as well.
That's true, isn't it? It's got the bridge, so you've got.
And they've got,
more.
it seems that they've got different options either side.
I think so. Yeah.
So
Well,
you've
one side's all new, isn't it? Because the old
They burnt
side
it
was
down,
on
yeah.
fire. Yeah.
Yes.
you've got your noodles, you've got your fish and chips, you've got your Subways, you've got your standard ones.
Pizza Express.
Pizza
Express. Yeah, there is
Yeah,
on the.
So if Prince Andrew's on his way down at
Eastbound
any
side.
point, he can pop in and
Try not to sweat.
have an alibi. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh dear.
Ideal. Anyway,
Yes.
Dan, we've got you here today. Obviously, you've come to talk. You've been to Taunton a couple of times. I heard.
I have.
Yeah. You're not a football fan like the rest of us. You'll watch it and enjoy it, but you won't cry if we lose today. Like I
We all
might.
will.
I could.
Yeah.
Which is cool. Obviously, I completely forgot what I was going to say. Anyway, Taunton is the home of your restaurant, Eat the Bird. It's coming up to its 5th birthday. It's
Yeah.
its 5th birthday year now. Yeah.
5th anniversary in May. Yeah, what
So-
an incredible 5 years.
Who'd have thought that fried chicken could get you so far as to landing on that Peacocks podcast?
Great.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a career highlight,
Yeah,
right?
And you're like the cherry on top of
There
the
you
5-year anniversary. You
I
know,
do try.
Here's
Just
to another 5
10
years.
here's to another
Yeah.
5 years. Yeah.
Yeah, what a dream. Obviously, since opening in Taunton, you've gone on to successfully open the second Eat the Bird restaurant in Exeter.
Yep.
What was it like for you to be sort of, because obviously you live just outside of Taunton,
Yep.
to open up a restaurant in sort of where you live? How did that go? How did it all come about?
So yeah, almost like a natural choice. Taunton's been like, I used to go to college here. I lived very close when I was growing up, and I mean both my parents worked in Taunton, so you know I was here, you know, all through my childhood, and yeah, it's kind of a natural choice. I mean, I was, you know, very very close by, and Taunton seemed like it needed something a little bit, you know, a bit jazzy, and so yeah, natural choice.
Ideal.
Riverside, next to the cricket ground.
Yeah, well,
Watch more cricket in 5 years than I ever thought I would do. Still don't have a bloody clue what's going on there.
that's what I always found really weird about when I first started at Eat the Bird was you go to take the bins out or whatever,
Yeah.
you go out the back door and you're just in the cricket ground.
Yeah,
And it's really strange. I remember like the first time I popped out, I was like, oh, I'm gonna have to go and have a look. I'm
Yeah.
not too fussed about cricket, but I
So
love
you're
the
in the
schools
ground at that point?
Yeah.
Oh, I know how to
Just
get
in
in
the
the ground.
the secret's out.
But you carry a bin bag.
Yeah.
Yeah. See Jack Brooks on the way, you're like, great lad.
Yeah, we have loads of people working on cricket days. You know,
But I heard we're not allowed out the back on cricket.
Oh,
days
none
anyway,
of them
so-
in the restaurant. Oh no, don't. Yeah, well, you know, maybe they might be listening to this, but we'll just the old wink, wink, nudge, nudge, right?
Yeah. Here's a fiver
the
on
odd
the table.
over, the odd over here and there. They're not gonna mind.
Good.
So yeah, so obviously, like you say, moved on to Exeter. How
Yeah.
long have you been open in Exeter now?
This is 3 years now in Exeter. We opened like 8 months before we had to shut because of COVID and all that craziness. So we had a bit of a bumpy, rocky start to that. But now it's picked up and we're, you know, sort of as busy in Exeter as we are in Taunton with a restaurant half the size. So
Absolutely.
it's incredible. Like, but I mean, both places really, like the level of support that we get and the amount of regular trade is all like absolutely outstanding. Like it blows my mind. You can get people ordering like once a day.
There are a couple, and we
You
won't
see their
name
names.
names.
Yeah,
but like,
yeah,
obviously, when you get well, it's more Uber.
Yeah.
When you get Uber tickets, it's all done by the customer's name,
Right.
and there are one or two customers that order the same thing every day.
Every day.
Like, there's one I know for a fact has had the same burger every day for the last month.
Absolute heroes.
And
Okay.
fair play to him.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
But it blows my mind. I'm like,
Well, that's it. And I mean, I was in work not last Sunday, but the Sunday before, and one of my colleagues, Emma, ordered. She was like, "I'm getting food for the office. Does anyone want anything?" We all said no. Turned around, sort of, 50 minutes later, she's there eating the bird, so to speak, and
Wow. Swings both ways.
Sorry, I've lost my train of thought now. But no, it's good.
you missed out there.
I did. If I knew that she was getting Eat the Bird at the time, I would have chipped in. But
It has to be done.
it has to be done. It seemed like she was enjoying it. So
Ideal.
shout
Try
out
work.
BBC Radio Somerset.
There we go. Sure, why not?
Sure, why not?
Surely it should be the other way around.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Little fish, big pond and all that.
But yeah, so going back to sort of Eat the Bird and the success that you've had in Taunton and Exeter,
Yeah.
looking forward into the next couple of months, you've spent a lot of time across the border.
Across the
shall
border,
we
yeah,
say.
yeah.
And we're going global with Eat the Bird
We are, yeah.
into another
Yeah,
country.
international.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Opening up in Cardiff.
Cardiff, yeah.
Absolutely. So how's that, going?
That's incredible. I mean, I was there last night. They had the rugby on, and it was just like so super busy. 65,000 people in the centre of this, like what is essentially it's the tiniest city centre you've ever seen. Really gonna sort of shit myself about how busy that's gonna be, but it's gonna be good. It's gonna be fun. So
Absolutely. I mean,
we're still smiling,
you've been in, spent a couple of days over the last couple of weeks in Taunton, and
Yeah.
there's always quite a buzz around what's going to be going on in Cardiff.
Yeah.
And it's really exciting to see
Yeah, so this is the first new project that we've done for 3 years. So there's a lot going into this. There's been a lot of time to think over the last couple of years about, where we're going and what we look like now, and so this is really like a accumulation of all of these ideas. So yeah, absolutely buzzing about this one.
Ideal.
Yeah,
It's going to
really
be great.
excited.
So there we go. That is a good little chat about Eat the Bird. I like that.
just had, obviously,
Go on.
we've discussed in a previous podcast about eat the pork.
It's your idea of branching off
Yeah.
into.
Yeah.
What made you just we said about branching out to different animals. But what made you decide on chicken?
So back in the day, I used to have a trailer that I sold fish and chips from. I
Okay.
lived in Hemyock, and I used to go to the local villages around me Monday to Friday, and I used to tow this trailer selling fish and chips, and it used to be like Cornish fish. We used to do like chaga and mackerel and lobster burgers and crab cakes and stuff, and so it was like not your usual fish and chip van. It was actually a mobile surf shack, which was pretty crazy. Our menu was on a surfboard out the front, and
Cool.
yeah, it was pretty mad.
Yeah.
Yeah. And do you know what? Like, fish and chips is great, but there's a lot of old people. So I wanted to see a bit of youth as my customer base. So I looked around me, had 4 fries. I thought, fried chicken. Easy peasy. Stuck some burgers on, and they started to outsell the fish and chips nearly, and I thought, I've got something here. At the weekends, I'd normally go to like street food festivals, weddings, that sort of thing, and we would take fried chicken, because it was so popular on the like Monday to Friday round, we'd take it to the weekend events. We'd get there, no one would buy it. Blue Waves, an anchor for a logo, mobile surf shack, no one wants fried chicken. They're thinking, where's the fish? Where's my monkfish arancini? And so Eat the Bird was created from that, basically. It was like my way to express the fried chicken element.
When you say that you wanted sort of more youth in that, was it almost a thing of like Nando's became popular, and is it in a way following their model a little bit, or was it just a case of fried chicken is popular, so I'm going to sell that?
Yeah, so basically the basis around our concept is that beef burger restaurants, they've absolutely blown up in the last few years. Like every street has now got like a gourmet burger or a better burger kind of place. But none of them really specialise in chicken. And chicken is normally the thing on their menu that's a little bit cast off to the corner. Like just a bit of mayo and lettuce and a soggy bit of tomato or something, and no love shown to it. But we're trying to celebrate that and do the opposite. We're a burger restaurant that celebrates chicken. We do beef options, and the beef has like as much, if not more, thought than the chicken, so that everything is a bit of a rounded offering. So that's the kind of thing.
Good.
Fortunately, we're not being copied by anybody yet, and we're sort of like the only people still doing it. We're not really a burger restaurant, we're not really a chicken shop, we're kind of like the love child of the two.
It's good. No, I'm a big fan of chicken, so there you go. I like it. It's a good idea.
It is good. I remember, so I came to Eat the Bird the first time shortly out of like the second lockdown, I think it was, and my friends had been gassing it up, and obviously I don't drive, so I don't go to Taunton very often when I lived in Chard, and they're like, oh, we're going to go Eat the Bird, do you want to come? And I was like, I do, that sounds great. And it took me about 20 minutes to finally pick something off the menu, because everything sounded really good. I think I landed on the clucking hell with blue cheese as a wrap. It's got to be as a wrap for me.
It's got to be a wrap. Chicken wraps are like the best.
One.
Yeah.
And I then had Kiev fries.
Yep.
Or key fries, as we've sort of renamed them now. And some strips and some wings, and it was.
So you wanted the whole menu, by the
pretty
sounds
much,
of it,
But I just got too excited about all these options, and it was great. And then I think we ended up going back once more, and then the time after that I went was a trial shift, which was the first time I met you.
Yeah.
You were the first person I served.
Yeah,
I sort of
served
turned
me
up
and
to
my
a
whole
trial
family.
shift.
It's not daunting at all.
Yeah, and Matt was like, oh, can you go see to that table over there? So I was like, yeah, all right. I went over. How are we doing, guys? What can I get you? And came back, and they're like, oh, that's Dan Aldridge. He owns the place. And I was like, Okay, cool. That's being chucked right into the fire,
Yeah.
that one, but
Don't worry, I'm probably the
That's
least
insane.
discerning of guests that we've got. You know.
he's so relaxed. I think there was even like, I think you weren't there when I went over to take the order straight away, but your kids just jumped straight in and was like, "We want this in half because we're going to share it." And I was
Yeah,
like, "I'm going to have to come back in a minute."
Yeah.
That's all right, but yeah, sure, we'll get that sorted.
Baptism by fire.
So yeah,
Yeah.
but it was good fun, and we've been best friends ever since. Haven't
Yeah,
we?
best buds. Yeah,
Best buds,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
It's a
yeah,
nice
yeah.
little love story.
Yeah.
It's a Taylor Swift song, like waiting to happen,
Absolutely.
really.
Yeah, indeed.
So to wrap up, I think because we've got sort of 10 or so minutes to go, I think.
Yeah.
Am I right in saying that?
Absolutely. There's a question, lads, that we've had a little discussion about
Yeah.
in our group chat, and I've also briefly mentioned to Dan whilst at work. That's quite popular at the moment, causing a lot of arguments.
Yeah.
And it has caused me to lose my head a couple of times, I'll be honest. I think you were at work when I lost my head about it last.
Yeah. I'd say you're very adamant. You're adamant in your decision. This is the thing. Yeah.
Yeah, nothing's changing my mind. Are there more doors or are there more wheels in the world?
Well, I mean, we'll start with you, Jake.
It's wheels. There's so many things that have doors that need wheels to work. There's so many doors that need wheels to work.
Mm.
By that alone, there has to be more wheels.
Dan?
So every year in December for the whole month, pretty much every single child and big children in this country have an advent calendar. And how many doors do they have, Jake?
Okay, that's fine. Alright, I hear that argument. What do you do with
How
your
many
advent
wheels
calendar?
does an advent calendar have?
Yeah, but what do you do with your advent calendar when you finish with it? Once you 25th, you add your little chocolate.
Yeah.
What happens to it? It goes in the bin.
In the bin, right?
And then it
okay,
goes
so-
into recycling, and it doesn't exist anymore.
Right, okay.
But what do the recycling bins and wheelie bins have on them, Dan?
Yeah.
I pose
A
the
big
question to
door
you.
on the top.
But also,
Goodness
two,
sake.
Also, two wheels
two
on
wheels.
the bottom. Yeah, so
Yeah,
it does counteract.
I'm gonna. I'll side with Jake on this one. Sorry, there are more wheels than doors. Dan, other Dan.
See, I had a real head loss the other
Yeah,
day.
you did.
In which I stormed around my office at work shouting what doors and
Door,
what wheels.
door. There's a wheel, but there's a wheel. Ah!
I'm on the fence at the moment. I
Okay.
don't know.
You're still counting.
We're talking about because
Does that fence
yeah,
have a
I'm
door?
still counting.
Yeah.
Just got into Wiltshire. I'm thinking we talk about sort of doors. You know, they get chucked away on an advent calendar, but then wheels also get melted down and chucked away as well.
Yeah, but not on the scale that advent calendars.
The
get
argument
chucked
you had
away
as
on
well-
26.
The argument you had as well with us was the doors on like the Lego.
Yeah, there are Lego doors, but Lego are the world's biggest manufacturer of tyres and wheels.
I was going to say,
But there's
Lego
still
and
doors.
wheels.
There's
Yeah,
Lego
there is
doors.
still
If
doors,
you pick up
but
your
like,
pieces
that's-
and build a Lego house, there's going to be a door.
The thing
Yes,
is,
but I'm not being funny. You can't just go, oh yeah, but there's still doors.
Well, they do doors, don't they?
There's still hands, mate. What does that mean? There's more hands in
Like
the world? Lego
rotating
hands?
doors. They got two wheels to keep them going.
Exactly. Lifts. They open up. How do they open up?
But there's
Got
four
the
doors.
wheels on
We've
the
got
top
wheels.
and bottom.
Yeah.
Open up.
Also, with the whole argument,
But are there two doors on a lift then? Or
yeah,
is it one
I'll
door?
allow that being two doors.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
No, there's
not
one.
going to change the fact
Oh no, there's
it's
two
more-
because you've got front and back.
Still
Well,
more
no,
wheels.
Well,
yeah,
that's four
fair
then.
point. That's a fair
If
point.
they lift like that, if they open like from the middle, go out, and there's two either side, is there four doors?
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
Overruling.
Still-
Dan,
I
thoughts?
think we need to go to a lift and we need to count wheels and doors.
Wheels and doors.
Because this is the deciding factor. Above everything else, by the sounds of it, lifts.
Lifts.
Lifts is it.
I know what will decide it, lads. The four of us, and Dan, you're included, you've
Yeah.
been involved in this,
Yeah.
we're all going to go on a road trip to T-Bay Services. And if T-Bay Services has more doors than wheels, I'll
Yes.
concede that doors is the answer.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, the measuring stick I feel that people use with this wheels and doors argument is a car, and I thought, oh yeah, 4 wheels, 5 doors. Nothing about the steering wheel, lads. That's 6.
And the
Also,
steering wheel.
spare tyre.
Spare tyre in the boot.
Spare wheel, yeah.
Also, how many little wheels and bits
There's
work
too
in an
many
engine?
wheels in there. I said I
Yeah,
was on the
true.
fence. I'm leaning towards wheels. You really like yesterday we had a huge rant about it.
Yeah.
And I was doors to start with, and you really pushed me. And
I genuinely feel like I could lose friends over this.
because like we talk about, I can see in the distance the fire station.
Yeah.
Like the shutter doors, they're going to have wheels on them to get them going up.
Yeah.
There's
Also,
probably 2 of them on
You
that
think
door.
of fire trucks having that many wheels. Also, 18 wheelers,
Yeah.
lorries.
Very true.
In
That is a
the
lot of
UK,
wheels.
Yeah.
it's a lot of wheels.
UPS, I think, made a TikTok where they've got these massive conveyor belts, and they're not like traditional conveyor belts where it's like a belt that moves around.
Oh, you got wheels on the bottom.
It's just a massive thing with shitloads of little like skateboard wheels.
Yeah.
So they just wheel things down, and they're like, this is a 5 meter section of this,
Yeah.
and it's got 1,000 wheels on it. It's wheels, lads.
Yeah.
A
There's
train
no other
averages
option.
96 wheels.
96.
There you
go. There you
Thank
go.
you, Francis.
Sorry, what?
Also, yeah.
I just start
so
filming
what?
myself, bring it up close and say, try and honk at the wheels.
But again, the thing with that is, a train averages 96 wheels. How many doors though are on a train?
Not enough.
Not enough.
Yeah, not
Yeah,
nice.
Not
it's
96.
No, that's
yeah,
good.
yeah.
I suppose though, because there's inside. No, not
No.
enough. Not enough.
No, there are inside doors like
And we
toilet
talk about
doors
the
and
engine, and then we
sliding.
go back to the engine. So,
And the wheels.
it depends how much you define each wheel. If you're thinking,
Yeah, what do you define
if
as
everything
door?
that's round is a wheel,
Is a cog a wheel?
that's
Yes.
what you got to feel.
For
Yes,
me,
I think
yes,
it is.
It makes something move.
Sorry, Dan, you've been slightly outnumbered. here.
Well, so I'm sat here and I'm sort of taking in my surroundings. We've got a trophy cabinet
Yeah.
which has got doors on it but no wheels. We've got a fridge around us that's got a door on it but no wheels. I'm
Multiple
counting
cupboards.
more doors currently where I am.
in
than
this
wheels.
room,
yeah.
there are more
yeah.
doors.
There
I will
are-
concede that.
The problem being is there's 1, 2 drawers there, shutter door.
Yeah.
1,
That's
2
got
drawers
wheels.
there, shutter door. 1 drawer there as well. Each drawer will probably have 4 wheels on it. That's the problem.
Yeah. So what we've concluded with this argument is we're not actually that sure.
No one's going to ever know.
No one's
No.
going to ever know. This is going to be.
But I
like
expect
that
an answer
black
by this time
leader.
next week.
Next
Fair
podcast,
enough.
we'll find an answer.
Yeah.
All right. That's
Love
got
it.
a bit of pressure going on. Cool.
Love it.
Lads, one thing that's really important that we need to talk about today.
Yeah.
It's a huge game day, and we've got to sort of make it a little bit quick, unfortunately,
Yeah.
because we're on time constraints
that's
for the
true.
studio. Hayes and Yedding at home. First in Hayes versus third in us, Taunton. If things go right for us today, and if Western manage to either draw or beat Metropolitan Police, Peacocks could be on top of the table, lads.
Yeah. If we win and Met Police get anything but a win, we go top.
Then we go top, and we've seen how difficult Hayes and Yedding can be.
Yeah.
I think when we played them away at the start of the season, we played well. They just shut us out,
Yeah.
and it was a difficult game. Great day out, I loved it, but
But the whole service
that
station
was a
argument came
2-1.
above.
That is where the
Yeah.
service station thing came from. Yeah. So we know they can be a difficult team. We know that they're going to be looking at the form that we've been in recently. Out of however many games now, 17, 18, we've lost 1 since November.
Yeah.
We're in good form. They're going to know that they're going to have to really play to get a result here. It's going to
Yeah.
be. I'm getting it. I feel a bit
Like
sick.
this is it, and this podcast I have almost used as a way of a distraction because if I'm nervous,
I am, yeah.
nervous.
And it's gonna be an interesting one. Obviously, we spoke, and I'm not going to bring up the ins and outs of it, but the little pre game day tradition that I've sort of
Yes.
noticed for myself, and
Yeah.
that's been done and
Good.
gotten out of the way. So fingers crossed, we win today.
See, the thing is, I didn't feel nervous. I don't feel nervous now. I didn't feel nervous before Tuesday's game until we hit about the 90th minute.
Yeah.
And you weren't there at the game, Jake, but the group chat was, I feel sick. And even after the events that happened and a couple of minutes after, I still felt sick.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was a bonkers proceeding of events.
I still feel like during the post-match interview with Rob Drone, my heart was still in my mouth.
I was shaking,
Yeah. It
for
was-
a very long time after.
So, with that being said, score predictions.
Score predictions. I almost don't want to make a prediction today,
Okay.
but I will, because
Yeah.
that's what we do.
That's what we do.
That's our job. I've had 2 clean sheets at games that I've been here, which is rare for me. I normally, if I'm not here, we'll get a clean sheet. If I am here, we don't.
Yeah.
I reckon 2 is probably all I'm going to get this season. I reckon we're going to concede. It's going to be a tight one. It's going to be a 2-1. It's going to be the reverse of the away result.
Yeah.
2-1 at Taunton Town, finishing the day, top of the table.
I was thinking the exact same thing.
I genuinely wrote that down in my notes earlier.
Really?
Did
Yeah.
you?
2-1.
2-1. I was going to say 2-1 as well.
Yeah. They'll
2-2.
concede in the first half.
Yeah.
Or go 1-0 down.
Yeah, they'll
Okay.
come back stronger in the second half.
This is what I was thinking. I think we're going to concede early, and we're going to just beat them.
As we were saying earlier, play into the wind in the first half, play a bit defensive,
That's it.
come back, win behind us.
Dan
Easy
Aldridge,
peasy.
restaurant owner, football extraordinary.
Yeah.
To be fair, I'm of the opinion that it'd be a bit like England at the Euros. We'll score really early. Everyone's going to get their hopes up. Then we'll concede, and then not quite Tuesday's 97th minute winner from Ross Stone, but it will be 75th, 80th minute. We'll
Putting
make
it out there as well,
Mm.
I think Nick Grimes is going to get a goal today. I hope he does, because he's got about 6 celebrations that he's seen on TikTok that he wants to do,
That's good.
and he's going to run out of time unless he
Yeah.
starts scoring now.
Yeah.
So,
Dan, thoughts on score predictions if you would like to make one?
You're going to make it 3 clean sheets here, Crump, today.
yeah,
It's going to be 2-0 Taunton.
2-0
2-0
Taunton.
Ideal. Top work. ITO. So, that is episode 9 of That Peacocks podcast out of the way. Dan, thanks for joining us.
No
It's
problem.
been a
Dan.
pleasure to have
Appreciate
you
your time. Appreciate your time.
outside of a work environment, and I'm quite looking forward to having you around at the football today. I hope
I could be the lucky mascot,
Yeah.
if we win today convincingly,
Yeah.
then I will drag you here every week.
Yeah,
Great.
that's fine.
Sorted.
And if we lose, you can comfort Jake.
Yeah.
You can console him.
Yeah.
So I've got 4 days off now, so I can
Blubbering.
sit home and cry.
That's okay. That's
And
fine.
then, rebuild for
4
Tuesday
days.
night, where we've got the first leg of the
No, we
Southern League
haven't.
Cup.
No, that's the
not
week
yet.
after.
It's the week after.
That is the 22nd.
You're having a laugh.
No, I'm not. Oh no.
I spoke to you about this earlier, Josh,
Yeah,
and
but-
you were like, "Oh yeah, it's good."
Well, I was also driving. I wasn't really paying that much. I was like,
Alright.
yeah, sure.
We got a
Alright.
week off.
Where are we? We got a week off.
We're going to be streaming.
Yeah,
We're gonna be
yeah.
ideal. Right, yeah. Well, we'll leave it with that then. Thank you very much, you two, for joining us again.
Cheers.
Hopefully,
Cheers, thank you.
it was interesting with me sort of taking Josh's role as the host today.
Done well. Done a good job.
It's been good fun. Like I say, Dan, thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Dan.
Thank you, Dan.
Good luck with Cardiff, and continuing good luck with
Thank you.
Taunton and Exeter.
We'll
Obviously,
be there.
Taunton's going to be doing great because I'm there.
Oh, yeah, that's it.
So you know,
Can't beat that.
The linchpin of the Taunton
Yeah.
branch.
the secret recipe to success
Yeah.
has always been Jake Crump. I mean, look at Burger King. No one knew who they were before I worked for them.
Exactly.
We know that every T20 attendance that's announced is going to be whatever number it is, plus 1 Crump with a bin bag.
Crumb with a bin bag.
Hi, bye in a bin bag. Ideal. Thank you very much, guys, for listening. Please do give us a 5-star review, a like. I would say you can comment, but you can't because Dan turns comments on.
I'm going to turn them back
YouTube.
on.
I reckon you
Are
should
you?
turn them back
Okay.
on. Yeah.
I wasn't me to turn them off. They've
Absolutely.
just been off for a very long time.
If you've got any questions, then shoot them to us over on TikTok. Comment on any of the videos, and we might answer them in a podcast. We also might not, but there we go. But that is everything. So thank you very much. We'll see you the next time we
The
manage
next
to
time.
all be around for a podcast.
Soon.
Top work. Cheers,
Cheers.
boys.
Cheers.
Bye.
Bye, 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 bye.